On to you Aries out there. It's so hot. I'm sweating like a mug right now. Look, shout outs to Micah. I'm not quite sure how to pronounce that, but it's ultimately still the same name. Shout outs to Mika. I'm gonna go ahead and post up your channel link in the comment section below. Shout outs to you. She does amazing readings. Love her channel. I watch a lot of her Virgo videos. Quiet as it's kept. Maybe she may be watching this, but anyway, so for you Aries, you have the Four of Swords, the Hanged Man, and the King of Cups. And if you see any spirits around here, they tend, I don't know, they popping up a lot these days. I just asked them to leave, but you'll see them. Anyway, the Four of Swords and the Hanged Man and the King of Cups is about how a lot of you Aries there's definitely a lot of like dodging an interaction with someone that would turn out to be terrible. So there's definitely you saving yourself from having to go through the trouble of dealing with an idiot, right? To kind of piggyback off of what it is that I was talking about a few days ago when I did the Aries video about how it is that you Aries, you know, you're getting to know an idiot right now, and that this person is essentially playing games with you because they're an idiot. They're playing the game, and the game is only ultimately going to play them, because the game don't love anybody, you know, not including the winners. So the King of Cups represents you Aries. Y'all are okay because y'all see the writing on the wall, and y'all took my advice and y'all stopped hanging out with that person. And you're better off because of it, because you don't have to deal with the headache of dealing with that. Like, people who play headaches is people, you see what I mean? People who play games are headaches. You know, they overinflate their ego, you know. They they make things go disproportionate. It's like you don't even necessarily know the person like that, and you probably never even been through anything, and like the person is going overboard. You're like, I don't know who and you Aries are like, I don't know who you is. Who are you? I don't know you. Who are you? You know? But you Aries don't have to deal with that because you stopped talking to them. You know, you got out in time. Save yourselves that problem. And, you know, there's a lot of people who study these type of like behavioral problems, that when I tell them my story, they'll say that I did the right thing, that I was smart to get out long before. And I'm like, yeah, because I saw the writing on the wall, and that's what happened with you Aries. Anyway, the Three of Pentacles and the Six of Pentacles and the Six. Let's try that again. The Three of Pentacles and the Six of Wands is about, because yeah, you need to be around people who care about you. You know, it doesn't make any sense whatsoever if the person doesn't actually care about you. And yet, you Aries would just come out of pocket and spend money on them, trying to show them how much you like them. But I want you Aries to know that this is part of the reason why a lot of people are so caught up on a high horse expecting so much, because they did that for somebody else and then they got played, and they trying to make sure that it never happens again. So instead of them learning from their mistakes and chalking it up to the game of, hey, it happens to me, you know, it happens a lot. Just learn from your mistakes. They're trying to overcorrect it. They're looking at it from a perspective of, no, a person got to get super invested. I need to, like I said, it's guarantees. I need to make sure that this person is invested in me by doing what? Getting them to break themselves, get them to actually spend something to where it'll be difficult for them to walk away because they spent so much money on me so much already, right? And that's a terrible mentality to have. Terrible mentality, because with that type of mentality, it puts a strain on the relationship anyway. Now, the Six of Wands represents, you know, because if they don't really care about you, then yeah, by all means, you can walk away, because they don't really care about you anyway. So why would you, Aries, have to care about them in that romantic sense when you know exactly what it is that you, Aries, are looking for, and you're not holding your tongue or biting your tongue when it comes to what you are looking for? You, Aries, can tell somebody straight up exactly what it is that you're looking for, and there's no shame in that. So now, okay. Okay, so the Queen of Wands is about how the Queen of Wands is about how basically um, you just have to understand, because the Queen is a queen that very much so is going to stick to who she is, and it's ironic because the same Queen is actually on the bottom of the deck anyway. Before I even shuffled it up, it's quite ironic. But the Queen of Wands is about how, you know, it's about understanding yourself. You, Aries, understanding that, you know, you're not gonna change because and start wilding out and start acting crazy because the person wants you to start wilding out and acting crazy because they like playing games to get you on your nerves, because it's about reaction seeking, right? And a lot of you, Aries, are going to keep it cool because you're emotionally detached from that anyway. And that's a great thing, because in the good book, right, it says that it says be slow to anger. It's something long like that, some long poetic scripture or whatnot, but I got the gist of it. It's saying to be slow to anger, right? Be slow to get angry. And that is a very true thing. Be very slow to get angry, because you, Aries, are not as emotionally attached to, let's just say, even people playing games with you in that sense. It's more so of like, you know, you understand that you don't have to participate, and you're not going to participate if they start up with their nonsense. But the Queen of Wands, however, represents you're not going to accept disrespect, though. You're also not going to accept disrespect, so you will leave. You know, you don't have to be around them. You don't have to do anything that you don't want to do. The Eight of Swords and the Knight of Swords is about, you know, people gotta come get you a little bit too. You know, it's about both people putting in an effort. Take a look at Simone Biles and Jonathan Owens. Both of them make sure to show up at each other's playoff or game or their sport, and be the person that's cheering for them. You know, be the person that's cheering for the other person no matter what. And I really hope that, seriously, from the bottom of my heart, I hope that both of them really are a very successful couple, not just short term, but long term, and never get bored with each other and divorce, and really are truly there for one another, for real, in this thing for life. I hope so. I really do, because that's what love is right there, you know? And essentially that's the kind of love that a lot of you, Aries, are probably looking for. I'm sure of it, actually. You know, that kind of love where, you know, obviously you ain't got to be like, you know, football players or like a gymnast, but like the person just shows up, and they not only do they put in work for you actively, but they cheer for you when you win. They celebrate things with you when you win. You know, they're not next to you and so annoyed and all this other type of stuff. What kind of goofy, I almost said it, y'all. What kind of goofy nonsense is that? You know, that's goofy. Low key jealous of your partner. How you jealous of the person that you having fun with? How you getting jealous of the person that you getting you having physical fun with? That doesn't even make any sense, right? So the Eight of Swords speaks to a new journey, a new level of understanding, that you're not even going to be attached to the reaction seeking a lot of it. Yeah, I'm not saying that you won't get a little bit upset, probably get upset or whatever from time to time. you're still human at the end of the day, right? No one is perfect. I still get upset from that time to time. But the vast majority of the time, 90 to 95% of the time, I don't even really care at the end of the day. Because it just looks weird. Because I know the game, right? And what looks weird is when the guys do it. It's like you jumping into a territory that really looks, no disrespect, but looks really suspect. Because like, I don't mind if you would be on that outwardly and everybody knows it, but I'm not a part of it. But like, you got to understand that people play games to attract another person, right? So when you get a guy doing that to another guy, yo, you got to knock that off, fam. Like, if you don't want people to think of you, like, if people don't want that guy to get people to start getting the wrong idea of them, they got to knock that off. Pick up the phone, tell the person that you're busy. Text them, tell the person that you're busy. Tell them that you don't have time. Tell them that. Communicate that, fam. Because, it's crazy. Like, I would expect, you know what I'm saying? Like, I would expect a person who I'm trying to date to do that to me, because I've had it done to me so many times. But I don't expect a guy to do that. You feel me? So when it happens, right, when a guy is doing it, but regardless of whoever is doing it, right, because that's not what this is about. What I'm trying to say is that no matter who's doing it, it looks weird, because it is weird. But I want you, Aries, to know that when they play games, right, they're trying to get you to be more pulled in. They're trying to get you to be more attracted to them, right? They're using the absence makes the heart grow fonder type of thing, so that they're not around as much. That they want you to chase after them. That you chase them type stuff. That's why I say it looks suspect when dudes are doing it to each other. Stop that. Stop that, fam. Stop. But anyway, the Two of Wands and the King of Swords right here is about how, like, okay, I'm getting it. Okay. The Two of Wands is about you want to know, you want to be secure. You want to know that this person got your back. You don't want to question it. You don't want to question it. Now, why all of this stuff is important in the first place is because this is your closure from the person that I was just talking about. This is you, Aries, like, okay, you know what you want. And you're not hiding from it. You know what you want. You, Aries, know that you don't have to deal with someone that would play games with you in the first place, because the Two of Wands and the King of Swords, the two most impactful cards throughout this entire reading. You have to be secure in the person that you're getting to know. A lot of you, Aries, are not playing. If it seems like it's a little bit too questionable, too wishy-washy, you don't want that. You don't want to deal with somebody where you have to constantly question what exactly is going on. That's a dub in on itself, because you Aries, understand that you would never, if you have common sense or really desperate, but on a regular basis, you would never go to a business, no matter what aspect of your life it is, no matter if it's a fast food joint, whatever it is, hardware store, Home Depot, whatever name, whatever it is, you would never go there if the people there are dumb, the business is failing because they're incompetent. In other words, they don't do good work. You know that putting your money there is an unnecessary risk. You put your hard-earned money there, and they're not going to be able to actually see through your purchase from the beginning to the end. You know that. So same thing goes with relationships. You, Aries, would never, not now that you know what's going on, you will never, ever put yourself in an unnecessary disposition just because you may find the person to be physically attractive. That's stupid. So the thing is that the King of Swords represents you're too smart for that. You're too clever for that. You can see the writing on the wall. So this reading, like once again, is about you. It's about you making sure that my peoples is good. Okay, yeah, making sure. But you would never do that. So thank you. Thank you. So you would never waste your time with that. This is the closure that you've been looking for with this brand new person. So let's clarify the King of Swords. The Ace of Pentacles, the Nine of Wands, the Seven of Swords, the Six of Wands, and the King of Wands. This is what the Ace of Pentacles and the Nine of Wands, you're bringing value. Other people are not. You're drawing the line there, Seven of Pentacles. And you're looking for somebody else, Six of Wands, while they just talk. Because once again, you Aries are getting to a point spiritually and mentally and everything where you're developing, you're understanding why it's not a good thing for you to immediately just get upset all the time. Because you understand that it's not worth it. And that it's in your they racing out there, fam. It's in your benefit to let it go. Because this person, all they were going to do to bring y'all even more closure, all they were going to do is act like they had it together, but they really don't. They really don't. And I've said this before, I've alluded to it, but I'm going to get deeper into it now, because a person who is secure, they're not even going to act like that, trying to play games. I told you, playing games are for the mentally ill. Playing games are for people who are off their rocker. Playing games are for people who are not quite healthy, to put it nicely. So they're very insecure. So what they have to do is they have to like trick another person into being involved so that they can feel secure, because they can't stabilize their mind. They can't stabilize themselves. But you Aries, you have achieved that mental and emotional stability. That's the reason why you got the King of Cups in the first place. Because the King of Cups represents that emotional stability. And the mind and the emotions are directly connected to one another. Like sometimes because this is why I say that it's never 100% perfect, no matter how logical you are. Because the mind and everything like that, the mind and the emotions and everything like that, the mind is directly connected to the emotions, and directly connected. They're intertwined. And sometimes the emotions get the better of the mind, right? The logical thinking. And sometimes the logical thinking, again, takes over the emotions. As long as the two of them have a good mixture, right, you should be good. But what happens is that when you get upset because of the failures or the failure to communicate, or sometimes things don't go your way, what's going on is that's the reaction that a person wanted to see anyway. They wanted to get you upset. They wanted you to call their phone up, because for them, it's, yo, this person really likes me. And that may be true. This person maybe they really like that individual. But at the same time, they're blowing it. They're ruining that opportunity that they had, because they don't think that if they showed you any kind of straightforward love and appreciation, they think that you would essentially do it to them. So it's just stupid on their part. But other than that, you Aries are doing a wonderful job. Y'all are developing greatly. Let's keep going.